Yeah, good afternoon, Anuj. Great to have you back. It's been almost a month, and even I was away for almost 3 weeks. If you recall, there were three PSUs
Good to
I
have you back as well,
strongly
Sanjeev.
advocated 1 month back when you were last there, Anuj. 40 rupees was BHEL. I gave you a target of 75. BL was 118, and I gave you a target of 150. And NBCC was 45. I think BHEL and BL have hit their targets. NBCC is close to 50, but I still reiterate 75. Now, GAIL, I think, was the most undervalued energy stock or a gas distribution you had at 85. At 160 to give a call, it would be difficult. But like you said, it's telling you that the cycles have turned. The commodity cycle, it started with energy, it went down to all the metals, and now it's all the soft commodities. And it's telling you that that is going to be it's a huge capex cycle which is coming up in the next 3 4 years, and the biggest beneficiaries are the ones who already have their plan laid out. So yes, GAIL is looking set for 185 to 190, but with a caveat that we were very bullish around that when it was in that double digit mark.
Okay, that's Gail. Got your point, Sanjeev, on the entry. Of course, you were in on it earlier. Now let's come to OMCs as well, because ever since the elections got over, we've started seeing these sporadic fuel price increases again. Though I think Morgan Stanley says that it's still 2 to 3 rupees to go before they can make good on the current prices. Your thoughts?
Well, it's the first time you've seen in many years that crude hitting almost new highs or 5 year highs, and oil marketing companies also in tandem, which tells us that the government policies are well laid out. There are no rollbacks, they are passing on the benefits. The higher crude processing is going very well with the GRMs, and I think all HP, BP, IOC notwithstanding would stand to gain a lot. Now, obviously, these stocks have seen a very smart recovery. All would now be dependent on the pricing which BPCL gets in the coming days or weeks.
Okay, now Sanjeev, our viewers always ask for fresh picks from you, and you have 5 picks for us, all in the financial space. Take us through them one by one.
Yeah, so Anuj, the caveat here is these are one of the five of the most hated stocks, and I see that these stocks are going to give anything from 50% to 100%. So you take it with a pinch of salt that risk is there. These are not very good names, but they are now turning the key, and hence we think that the risk reward is so favorable that I could stick out my neck and say that you will make immense money in this month. Let's start with the PSUs. CanBank and PNB both are now premier in their own regions. PNB is the largest lender in the north, with all the back books of Oriental Bank and others in them, which were the largest lenders in steel and other cycles. Secondly, they've just raised their buffer capital, which puts them at a very strong capital adequacy ratio. And lo and behold, all the holdings these two banks have, aside from bonds, are in most of the cyclical places. Plus, the revaluation or re-rating of PSUs mean that money on the books is going to be very strong. So I think the next capex title belongs to PSUs, and these two mid caps can double from here. 260 to 275 on CanBank, 70 rupees on PNB. Third would be a very small bank from Kerala called South India Bank. This is one of the fastest transitioners on the digital platform. It is a large player in the agriculture business, and its bread and butter is the money which comes in on the treasury side. It is now transformed itself very strongly on the digital side. It just placed at 8 rupees 50 paisa 30 crores of stock to four of the largest insurance companies, and I think the risk reward on a price to book of 0.3 makes it a double of for me in the next year, given that the retail book is looking extremely good. We come to the fourth one, which is DCB Bank. I thought DCB Bank numbers were way ahead of everyone's estimates. Their slippages were much lower even from pre-COVID days, and at 95 and a market cap of 2,900, I think 150 is coming in this year. Fifth is again, one of the largest NBFCs which has transitioned itself very well. India Bull. India Bull is now in parlance with the HDFC on a 80-20 ratio. It has cleansed its book. It's got adequate capital. Ellen Mittal is still one of the largest shareholders. And given the steel cycle, you can't have an India Bull at half-time price to book at, on a market cap of 8,500. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some corporate development. As on this date, it gives us immense confidence to be on this platform, given the language which HDFC came up with, and they are very bullish on the mortgage side. So I think that it fits the bill perfectly for a target of 275 on Indiabull Housing.
Okay, so going in for 5 quote-unquote hated stocks from the financial universe, as Sanjeev calls them. Interesting thoughts there. Of course, the usual disclaimers will apply. In fact, Sanjeev, let me quickly ask you if there are any specific disclaimers you'd like to put out there.
Well, we as a broking house would have advocated this to our clients. No personal holding. I own South India Bank in my portfolio from some time, but there is no intention to sell it below 30 rupees.
Okay, got that.